Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs and video games, and today I'm playing Monster Train. Today on Monster Train, we will be continuing on our expert challenges. We lost pretty badly last time with the extra pain train. I assume that's going to be one of the harder challenges, but let's see what the next one is. Fragile Collection. Let's read it. The first unit you play every turn has Fragile, but there's extra collectors and extra upgrade slots to make up for how annoying that is. Okay. So apply Fragile to the first friendly unit summoned each turn. There are additional collectors, one additional collector in battles that already have a collector. And all cards have one additional upgrade slot. That's both spells and units, I guess. Alright. Well, I think that this is a pretty good one to use the Umbra, because the first unit that we play could be a morsel unit. So I'm pretty excited to take out Umbra Hellhorned for this one. The only time we got a divine win with the Umbra Hellhorned was when we were playing on Covenant rank 1 with no artifacts. So that's the only time we've gotten a divine victory. We also played the Umbra Hellhorned earlier on Covenant rank 10. When we played on Covenant rank 10, we played as the secondary champion. I think I'm going to keep the exiled champion for this one. And for the Hellhorned, I think I want the Queen's Implings, because the Queen's Implings could also be something that becomes fragile. Even though the torch is really nice, we're going to have plinks. So use the plinks and use the Queen's Implings. I like this plan. So Umbra Hellhorned, Covenant rank 25, of course, Fragile Collection. Ooh, we got Hornbreak. One of my favorite of the Hellhorned spells is Hornbreak. And Making of a Morsel. 2 Making of a Morsels gives us more morsels, specifically the better ones. And then Prism Retrieval is probably pretty good. It's not so great when we have the Queen's Implings in my deck, though. So the Queen's Implings do make that worse. I really don't like seeing Seraph the Diligent here. We've been fighting Seraph the Diligent a lot, but having my spell cards gain Consume is pretty bad when my minions are also going to be fragile sometimes. Archus Darkness Incarnate has the Blinding and Looming Dark Shard. The Blinding Dark Shard is annoying because it works on Rally. And then Talos the Architect has Empowering Offense. Don't think we need to worry too much about that one. Okay, all cards have one additional upgrade slot. I really like that. That means that the artifacts that add even more upgrade slots could be amazing or completely useless, depending on whether we want one card to be really, really good for upgrade slots, or if we just run out of times to upgrade. Anyway, let's click the Divine Horde. So Mark of an Exile is a little bit weird. Ooh, Abandoned Ant Umbra is kind of perfect for this challenge, because we get a morsel every single turn. Ooh, I like it. Abandoned Ant Umbra. Nice. And then we could get Gerd's Goad. Demon units get multi-strike 1, which is very nice, but only if we find demon units, which, you know, we might not. Or Infused Mallet, which is a very weak effect. But it is something. I think I want Gerd's Goad, because Gerd's Goad is more likely to be good, even though the Infused Mallet is more likely to do something. So we're taking Gerd's Goad. So we're looking for demon units. Demon units could be very good, especially because we get to upgrade them with morsels. Alright, our champion. Our champion also gets to upgrade units. We've got superfood or aggressive edible. So the problem with superfood is that the status effects get added to the eater, which, as we found out, is very bad for Ember Drain. Ember Drain specifically really messes that up, but most other status effects are good, right? I mean, Fragile would be terrible, so we never want this to be the first unit that we play if we take superfood. Whereas if we take aggressive edible, it doesn't matter as much. I think I really do want to go down superfood, so let's do it. Superfood. And we're gonna have to be careful. I typically have not been careful with superfood. So enemy units enter with armor 10. How bad is that? I mean, it's not great, but is it really that bad? I kind of think no, especially because we've got 2 horn breaks in the starting deck. It does make the plinks useless. Let's turn it on anyway. Let's get a unit draft early. Okay, so the very first thing that we want to play is a rubble morsel. And are we just going to make a Queen's Impling really strong, or are we going to wait for a Train Steward? Because a Train Steward is stronger by default, but the Queen's Impling will get more turns to get upgraded if we put a Queen's Impling out early. Well, let's play the Rubble Morsel first. We're going to play things at the top because we really need them to be upgraded quickly. So I think we are going to use a Queen's Impling as our main unit, which is kind of crazy. Maybe we'll put a Train Steward in front next turn. But we've got Making of a Morsel and Primordium to feed to this Queen's Impling, which is pretty nice. Okay, yeah. Let's make a Queen's Impling that's really strong somehow. I'm going to put the Queen's Impling behind our champion because I think we want our champion to get a hit. No, we don't, because we don't want the champion to lose health. Right. Okay. There we go. Our Queen's Impling is going to become strong. We even can play something down here. A Queen's Impling would be bad because the Apprentice of Light would get the Slay and get damage shield. So I guess we just play Plink for basically no purpose. It took away a little bit of armor. Alright, there's one collector. Do we want to make the Queen's Impling continue to get big and strong, or do we want a Train Steward to get some of the effect? I don't know. Maybe we want a Train Steward in front of the Queen's Impling. But if we do that, we can't play multiple morsels up here. We actually couldn't play any morsel. And we're going to play the Umbra morsel first. So maybe let's play the Umbra morsel. And then let's play Train Steward somewhere else. Maybe 2 Train Stewards in the center. 2 Train Stewards in the center. I don't know if I want to play Prism Retrieval. I guess there's no reason not to. But we'll play it after we play Hornbreak. And Hornbreak has to kill this one, because it's the most dangerous one. So let's kill that one. And then I guess we play Prism Retrieval, and we kind of hope it draws a Train Steward. It did not. So we don't play that Queen's Impling because we don't want an Apprentice of Light to get a Slay. You don't have enough attack to kill the Apprentice of Light. Not enough. Which means we're taking some damage due to Apprentice of Light right now. Oh, we didn't get any spells when the second collector showed up. Oh, that's so sad. We've got 4 Plinks in our draw pile, and we didn't draw any of them when the collector showed up. How very unlucky. Okay, what can we do at the top? We are going to play a Rebel Morsel. We are going to play Making of a Morsel. So I guess let's start there. I'm very sad that we're not... Not only are we not killing this one, it's also not taking enough damage for the Pyre to kill it in one hit. That's sad. And there's not really much else that's happening anywhere else. So let's play 2 Train Stewards at the bottom. And then next turn is terrible because we've got Plinks. The Hornbreak will be good, but otherwise the Plinks don't do much. So we're taking 6 damage. Ouch. 6 damage is not great. And we're about to take another set of damage too. I do like that we got a Morsel Excavator because that deals 3 damage. So we kill this one in 1 hit with the Pyre instead of 2. But still, we're taking another 3 damage on the Pyre. These Plinks don't do anything. I mean, I guess they'll strip a little bit of armor off of these. That wasn't very good. Alright, we've taken 9 damage in the first battle. I don't feel good about that, and we know that happened because I turned on the trial. So, Weight of Contrition, we definitely play that. We play the Hornbreak to kill you. And you are using up your life steal. That's why you're not really getting damaged. Does my top unit have enough to kill you? I think it does. And it's going to get even better because of these 2 morsels. Another Weight of Contrition. And we are winning. Great. So we win the first one, but we did take 9 damage, which is not great. Let's hope our unit banner that we get is very good. I really do like Excavation Eruption. I also like Mine Collapse. Immortal Trade is often very nice. I honestly don't know what I want to pick here. I'm probably going to pick one of the damage spells, though. Let's take Excavation Eruption. And then Imps. We could get Imps. We could also use Hidden Passage to put multiple units on the same floor. I don't know how much I care about that when we have morsels that we're going to put every time. It's nice to overstack floors, but how important is it when we need the space in order to play morsels every turn? I don't know. On the other hand, I could take one of the Imps. I kind of want to take Molting Imp, simply because we have never mastered it. Let's take it. This is not a smart pick. Alright, we did get a demon unit. There's also Shadow Siege, which is ridiculous, but there's a demon unit that I usually like to take. Also, because his strike adds melee weakness, his first hit adds melee weakness that the second hit uses. So I like my Rail Beater. Let's take a Rail Beater. Alright, one good unit in the deck. I kind of want to go Merchant of Magic more than Merchant of Steel right now. Let's go Merchant of Magic, I think. Although, maybe I should have gone to the Hellhorned banner unit because of Gurg's Goad. That was something to consider that I didn't really consider. We have a Twin Stone. I do like seeing Twin Stones. Ooh, Keep Stone. I do really like seeing Keep Stones, too. Ooh. How about that? I don't know what I want. Let's get our Umbra unit. Alright, well, we could take Shadow Eater or Shadow Siege. Shadow Siege is far from something we could play right now. For both the space and the cost. Shadow Eater is kind of nice, because it can turn my morsels into bombs that deal 10 damage to enemy units. What is the unit essence on these? Yeah, it's only okay. I'm going to take the Shadow Eater. Again, that's partially because we have never mastered that unit. Alright, I think we've got to choose Keepstone. So I'm choosing Keepstone, and I'm putting the Keepstone on one of these three. Getting a Hornbreak every turn can be very nice. But getting the Excavation Eruption every turn could be nice, especially with an Emberstone in it. I kind of want to do the Excavation Eruption, though. We could fill out a Hornbreak a whole bunch. Maybe we should fill out a Hornbreak a whole bunch, but I really want to do Excavation Eruption. Let's do Excavation Eruption to have holdover and an Emberstone. And we've spent our money, because we only killed one of the collectors. Now the Twin Stone, I think I might put that on a Hornbreak. We could put it on Making of a Morsel, though. I really don't mind it on Making of a Morsel either. We run out of space pretty quickly, is the problem with that one. Don't really like that we constantly run out of space. But a Hornbreak, I don't know. I'm going to choose Making of a Morsel. Alright, we've made some really good upgrades. Let's consider the Engage Pact, but I don't really know what the units do. Like, we don't want to Engage Pact a Queen's Impling, right? And we need our Rail Beater, because it's one of our good units. Okay, well, let's move on. Non-boss enemy units enter with Spikes 3. It's kind of painful, especially with the Spikes 2. That basically kills every morsel unit that has attack value. Which is not great, because we want to eat those morsel units. But I do want the 75 gold. I'm going to turn it on. I think we can handle it. I just think it might be painful. And I don't know how much we're going to want to take pain on our pyre over and over again. The Shadow Eater. The Shadow Eater... kind of want to put that on floor 2, so it can be a place where morsels go. We really want the top one to be the Rail Beater. And it would be very nice to kill this one with a Hornbreak, if we can. So I think we place a Rubble Morsel at the top. And we don't play the Queen's Impling or the Train Steward at the top. Okay, so Rubble Morsel. We're gonna get Ember Drain. How sad. Alright. Rubble Morsel. Primordium. Let's put it behind that morsel. We don't care if that morsel dies. And then Shadow Eater we want to put in the center floor, so that we could put a morsel behind it and just kill things. And then Queen's Impling here. Okay, we need our demon unit. There's the Rail Beater. So we don't want to play him first because he would have Fragile if we played him first. We do want to play the Rubble Morsel. It will kill the Collector, which is perfect. And we only have space for the Rail Beater at the top. So I guess the Rail Beater is giving us Ember Drain again, which is not fun. But the Rubble Morsel goes here. And then I kind of want to plink as well. Yeah, let's plink as well. The best thing is if it hits the conduit redirector. I mean, I guess you heal up all of the damage that you're taking, so it doesn't make much difference. But it gets us morsels. Let's get morsels. Okay. The rail beater goes in front at the top. And then we've got some morsels. I really don't like the spell shield. The spell shield is not great. I think we play the 2 morsels at the bottom, and then we just move on. Okay, another collector at the top. Luckily we've got multi-strike in our rail beater. We drew both of our horn breaks this turn, which is pretty nice. We've got a bunch of Ember too because we played a Rebel Morsel. So we can play a lot of stuff. I think we play this Making of a Morsel first. Yeah, this Making of a Morsel first. So we want the Morsel Miner to go at the top, definitely. We want a morsel to go here, so that you kill these things. You don't kill the front one, granted. But that's okay. You heal up. And then we want to play a Hornbreak. I think we want to kill the Conduit Redirector, because it's the most annoying thing on that floor. Yeah, let's kill the Conduit Redirector. And now you are dying. You're getting the 11 damage because you have 1. You attack for 1. Alright. We could play the Train Steward at the bottom with a Morsel Miner. Or we could play a Hornbreak in the middle to deal you some damage. How much do we need to deal you damage? Because you're going to have 23 times 2. Yeah, we don't need to deal you damage. Alright, great. Let's play the Train Steward at the bottom with a Morsel Miner. We still haven't gotten the spell that I added holdover to, by the way. There it is. Alright, let's play Excavation Eruption first. Ooh, did not hit the back one. How interesting. Well, Plink has a very good chance to hit the back one now. Oh my gosh, alright, another Plink has a very good chance to hit the back one. There we go. Alright. Which one of these do we want for the Train Steward, and which one do we want for our Rail Beater? I guess the Rail Beater could get Damage Shield, because that would stop 4 damage. That's a little bit more than what Umbra Morsel does. And then Umbra Morsel goes down here. Queen's Impling goes in front to deal 10 damage and get the first hit. And we deal some damage to the boss. I think we're perfectly fine in this one, and we didn't take any damage either. So this one was great. We want to play the Excavation Eruption basically every turn. The Magma Morsel, I think, deals a fair... well, actually it doesn't, because it dies to the spikes. Alright. Magma Morsel goes to the top. And then Excavation Eruption here, doing 60 damage. And then... what else do we do? We could do a Train Steward, which would deal 15 more damage if we placed it... well, it can't do anything here. We could do the Queen's Impling, which would do 11 damage here. Or we could play the Train Steward at the top, where it would do 15 damage next turn. I guess 15 damage next turn is the best that we came up with there. Not by a lot, granted. And we didn't even need it, because we were winning this one next turn anyway. Our guy does 32 damage every turn, and we've got 60 damage that we can deal immediately. Right. Alright, just click end turn and win. Okay. I kind of like Space Prism. Ooh, I kind of like Space Prism. Perils of Production is also pretty nice. But I really like Space Prism. Let's take it. Fortify is not bad. A Welder Helper... Welder Helper's not bad. It's not amazing, though. Do we want Fortify, or do we think that Fortify is not worth a card slot? I think we skip. And then... do we want to go to the Merchant of Steel this time? I think so. So let's look at what the Merchant of Steel has. It has a Speed Stone, kind of not my favorite. Although, putting a Speed Stone on somebody isn't terrible. We could put a Speed Stone on the Rail Beater. But it's not amazing. I don't know if I really like these stones. Let's get our Concealed Caverns reward. What do we get here? A Chaos Portal. Urge a card, gain a card. Of course we throw something in. We throw in a Train Steward. Goodbye, Train Steward. Alright. I think that we should take a Hellhorned card because it has a chance to be... a demon for Gurg's Goad. I can't remember what the rare ones are. I think Apex Imp is a rare demon that is also an imp. And that's the only thing I can think of. I don't think Demon Fiend is rare. I don't know. Let's find out. Impalate. Oh. You know, we've got imps in the deck. We've got Molting Imp and Queen's Implings. This encourages us to add more imps. I'll take it. I'm not extremely excited by that, but it was much better than Train Steward. Okay, now the Umbra unit. Ooh, Morsel Maid. Oh, alright. So Morsel Maid is kind of the perfect thing to sacrifice to something else. To sacrifice to our Rail Beater. So that he gets the hunger. The hunger triggered effect? Yeah, triggered effect. Yeah, we want the Morsel Maid. We want that so that we can sacrifice it in the future. So we take that. We plan to sacrifice that. Merchant of Steel... I don't really know if we want a Quickstone. It's nice, but it's not amazing. I think we could re-roll and take something entirely different than these. Or we could take the Strength Stone and then re-roll. Let's take the Strength Stone and then reroll. So Strength Stone on Rail Beater. And then reroll. Oh, large stone. Well, we do want it. It does mean that we have a problem with space. But we definitely want it. So we're taking it. Large stone on the Rail Beater. There we go. Shield Stone is kind of pointless. And then Battle Stone. We could do the Battle Stone on the Rail Beater. It's kind of nice. Like, both effects on that are kind of nice. Or we could put the Battlestone on the Shadow Eater, so it actually does a little bit of damage to the front unit. I don't know. I think the Battlestone is not the most amazing. Let's hold off for a potentially better stone than these two, or our Rail Beater. Shall we purge a card? Yes, we shall. Let's purge a Train Steward. Okay, we could get more money, but we don't really want to spend it on anything, so Talos the Architect. Alright. Enemy units enter with Rage 2. Talos attacks every turn, which is annoying, as it typically is annoying. We got the Shadow Eater, not what I wanted first. We're definitely going to have to play the Hornbreak on you. And of course we're playing things at the top. I think we do play the Shadow Eater in the center. I don't know if it's gonna die. Oh no, we don't have space to put the Primordium at the top and our Rail Beater and a Morsel. I guess we start with the Primordium at the top. We actually start with the Rebel Morsel in the center because it gets fragile. Then the Primordium at the top. It has the, what is it called? Ember Drain, but we're not giving the Ember Drain to anybody this turn. Shadow Eater goes in the center. And then we Hornbreak this one, because it's dangerous. Okay, we need to draw our demon. Draw the demon, please. Rail Beater is here, great. So the Rail Beater does go at the top, but remember, we really want to play a Morsel first, and a Morsel can't go at the top. So if we're going to play a Morsel, we probably want Making of a Morsel. I don't think we're playing the Morsel Maid at all, because it would just die at the bottom. Otherwise, we would want to play it. So, let's play Making of a Morsel, because that's the better Morsel. Put it here. And then we play the Rail Beater, which eats... doesn't eat now. Right, doesn't eat now. And then the Impalate does 90 damage. Bam. Magma Morsel is going to have to wait. Or we could just kill it. Let's just kill it. We get a morsel every turn. We don't have space for our morsels, so... We're going to have to take Light of Seraph, by the way, because we made our Rail Beater really big. Ooh, 120 damage to Talos the Architect. I like it. We can Plink in the center to kill both of those. I really like that too. Okay. We cannot afford to play much. I think what we do is we play a Train Steward at the bottom and feed it a morsel. So we play a Rebel Morsel. We're going to put the Rebel Morsel in front. And then the Train Steward goes behind that, and then we put another Rebel Morsel and Morsel Excavator behind it. So our Train Steward is getting stronger this turn. And then Prism Retrieval is kind of bad, so maybe we just burn it. Let's burn it. We got a Train Steward. You know, it also takes the Train Steward out of the deck. It's kind of nice. Okay, did we get Plinks? We did get Plinks. How incredible. Alright, so Plink. Plink. Now we've got a lot of morsels. They're almost all Rebel morsels, granted. I guess we're going to give you a Magma Morsel. We're going to Space Prism at the top, of course. because now you can eat a morsel every turn. Why didn't you... Oh, we haven't sacrificed the morsel made to you yet. Right. I intend to, but we haven't yet. So he doesn't just automatically eat things yet. And then Hornbreak on either of you is fine. Yeah, either of you is fine. Molting Imp, we can't fit. We've used all of our space. Okay, Excavation Eruption. We have an incredible amount of Ember this turn because all of the rubble morsels we had. So what we can do is play a Queen's Impling in front, and then play Excavation Eruption, which has a pretty good chance to kill the front one after we play the Queen's Impling. It didn't. It actually didn't hit it at all. But, you know, we were hoping. And then let's play the Making of a Morsel. Let's play another Making of a Morsel. And now we've got 2 Morsel Miners to add up here. And then a Queen's Impling at the bottom and a Rubble Morsel behind. So this means that our Train Steward survives again. It does mean that Talos the Architect gets a Slay and gets 25 armor, but I don't think that armor is going to do as much as Talos the Architect needs. We have some things to play, but not a whole lot. Let's just play the Excavation Eruption, see what it hits. Okay, fine. And then Making of a Morsel, of course. The Morsel Miner is going at the top. And honestly, let's give you a Rebel Morsel so that you can heal up. And then we still have a Hornbreak. You die before anything happens. Okay. Well, let's Hornbreak this one then. Whatever. Our Rail Beater is ready to win. We just have to wait for Talos the Architect to get up there. So, Excavation Eruption did not kill the front one. Making of a Morsel. And we've got a Morsel Miner and a Rubble Morsel. We're going to play the Rubble Morsel here, so that you heal up a bit, and the Morsel Miner here. Okay. And then we win very quickly up here. Just click Enter and win. Alright. The Rail Beater is really nice. Shroud Mitosis. We could get another Impelate. I'm interested in Shroud Mitosis though, because it's a way for us to add more morsels to a floor than we can normally add. The main problem with it is that once we sacrifice our morsel made, our morsels don't last. Once we play them, they immediately get eaten. So the Shroud Mitosis we can't do where somebody with hunger is. I think we take the Impelate. Just another 90 damage. The Horned Warrior we kind of don't need. Rail Beater we kind of don't need. Do we want any more units? Or are we going to focus on basically the units that we already have? I think we skip these. The only reason I could imagine taking one of these is if we wanted to sacrifice it. And I don't think we want to sacrifice those, so let's skip. We are taking Light of Seraph, because that extra space helps a lot. Next. I do like the right side, and we don't really need a Hellhorned unit, so yeah, let's go the right side. Take the 20 Pyre health. Let's peek in the Divine Temple. True Stone. Now that's something I wanted. True Stone can go on Excavation Eruption. I like that. So holdover piercing, 30 damage to a random enemy unit 3 times. Slay gives 2 energy. Great. We have fully upgraded our Excavation Eruption. Value Stone, kind of pointless, unless we wanted it on Prism Retrieval, which I'm not sure that we want. Engage Pact, let's do this now. So we're going to sacrifice the Morsel Maid to the Rail Beater, so that the Rail Beater has hunger. This does put us into extreme threat level. Extreme threat level. Alright. Remove Train Stewards. We've got 2 more of those to remove. Let's upgrade our champion. So Superfood 2 gives Damage Shield 2. Stalwart Snack makes it so that you can eat it longer. The problem with eating it longer is that if we can't fit anything else, then it's not great. It's fine right now for us to be able to eat it longer. If we play the Rail Beater and then the Primordium, and then we can play a morsel next to it, then every time we play a morsel next to it, it eats the Primordium as well. So the Stalwart Snack works really well with Morsel Maid if we have the space. But I'm thinking about the last Divinity fight. And the problem with the last Divinity fight is that we probably want to play at the top in the last Divinity fight. Which means we need this to survive a hit from the last Divinity, which could happen if it has Damage Shield. And we want to play it at the top because we need the space at the top. Otherwise, the Primordium and our Morsel Maid Rail Beater take up the entire space in the center, which is not good for us. Huh. I think I've got reasons to choose either, but I'm going to take Superfood 2. And then what? We've kind of done everything here. So let's take our artifact. Pyre gets more health, or Pyre does more damage. This is an interesting choice, because I don't know which one is really better. The Precious Plating is better if the Pyre is not going to get hit very often. If it just gets hit once, then having 40 more health is better. If it's going to be hit multiple times, then having the 15 attack might make it so that it gets hit less. And that's better than the 40 health, maybe. I think the Boon of the Blacksmith is what I want. But honestly, I could go without either of those. Okay, Mark of Invasion could be bad or good. The fact that the Clipped Conduit is here that grants haste makes it significantly worse. I think we don't turn on the Mark of Invasion. Oh man, I think we don't turn it on. We're at extreme threat level and there's haste. I think we don't turn it on. Okay, so we've got space at the top now, which means what we do is we play a morsel first so that it gets fragile. We want to play... It doesn't matter which morsel first, right? I'm going to play the Making of a Morsel though, right? So Making of a Morsel, the Morsel Miner goes first. Then we play the Primordium, or no, then we play the Rail Beater, so that when we play the Primordium, it eats the back morsel. Great. And then we could even play the Morsel Excavator, and it would eat again. We're going to play the Plink and hope that it hits the middle one twice. But even hitting the back one, get rid of the damage shield is fine. Actually, what spells do we care? I guess not many spells care about damage shield, except for the Plink. Because we've got piercing. Anyway, we're going to play it. It hit the middle one once. That might mean that a future Plink kills it. Anyway, we play this. And our unit is already really strong. The problem is how many things can really get hit. Ooh, the Molting Imp. Oh, the Molting Imp kills everything? The problem with the Molting Imp is that it limits the space, but we don't care about space because he has hunger. Okay, so Molting Imp is going at the top. Do we care if it has Fragile? I don't care. Let's give something that's going to get eaten the Ember Drain though. So Rebel Morsel goes up there, gets Fragile and Ember Drain. Then the Molting Imp goes up here and kills all of those. Could have played it at the bottom too, but we want to play the Plink at the bottom. Unless we want to play Making of a Morsel twice. But no, I think I want to play Plink, so that we can hopefully hit the Clipped Conduit. Ooh, failed again. Alright, Making of a Morsel, we're only going to play this once. And then I guess we get to Impalate. If we draw our other Impalate, which, you know, it's there, then we get to kill this one. We got a lot of good stuff this turn. The Excavation Eruption is very nice. Because those two have 1 health, I'm going to play the Excavation Eruption at the bottom. Okay. It gave me back the Ember that I spent on it. We'll play the Rebel Morsel, which will give me Ember. Do we want to play Space Prism anywhere? I guess the Space Prism is a lot worse now that we've done what we've done with the deck. Let's play our Plinks. Let's play a Hornbreak on you. Let's play a Plink at the bottom. It did not hit the back one twice. How unfortunate. So you get a Rebel Morsel and an Antumbra Morsel. All the morsels go to you. And then Space Prism? What's the point of Space Prism? we kind of removed the purpose of Space Prism, for the most part. If we had given it Intrinsic, we could have given it Intrinsic, right? There was an option to give something Intrinsic, but I don't know if that option was available while we had the Space Prism in the deck. Just don't remember. The Excavation Eruption could kill the Haste Giver, or it could kill both of those in the center. Play the Rebel Morsel. We know we're going to do that. Let's do the Excavation Eruption at the bottom. Bam. Killed that front one. And then we can Hornbreak. There's really no point in Hornbreaking you, so let's just Hornbreak the Clipped Conduit, so that you go up slowly. And then Queen's Implings are kind of pointless, so let's just play 3 of them down here. Alright. We get our Excavation Eruption every turn, which is very nice. I guess if we had hurt you last turn, although we have the Impalate, so we can kill you this turn. Just Impalate you. Impalate you, Excavation Eruption U, Prism Retrieval to just get like a Queen's Impling or something. We got our Shadow Eater, actually. The best Prism Retrieval we could have gotten. Alright, let's play that here. Ooh, we made you fragile. You're kind of pointless, fragile. Whoops. Oh well. At least you don't matter for our plan. Let's play the Plink first so that we could kill the Clipped Conduit. Great. And then Excavation Eruption, deal 90 damage. And then all of our morsels at the top. And then we Plink again. Right, you being fragile is so dumb. We could play the Excavation Eruption again, which is 90 damage, and we would get it next turn. Or we could play Making of a Morsel twice, which would give us 2 Morsel Miners, which would increase your attack by an additional 6 than we would normally do. I think none of that matters. So I'm just going to do the thing that's more fun, making our unit as big and strong as we can. Because I think we already win this battle. We are winning. Alright, click end turn. And win. The imp up there was actually consuming one of the melee weakness during the boss, which was kind of bad. So Feast is no longer worthwhile. Void Binding is... The Ember Drain 3 is so terrible. And I don't think we need another Prism Retrieval. We just skip. Do we want Imp in a Box? Kind of think the answer is no. It has the potential to be amazing, but I think the answer is no. I think we continue skipping. So the removal is on the right. The Merchant of Magic is on the left. We're gonna have to go left. I wouldn't mind duplicating, because we could duplicate our Rail Beater. The problem with duplicating him is that we only really get to feed the morsels to one of them, because we have to choose where we play the morsels. So, duplicating him is not very strong. Let's go left. Look in the Merchant of Magic. We see Eternal Stone for 2 things that are not very worthwhile. We see a Power Stone, which could go on a Hornbreak really nicely. And Emberstone, which can go on a lot of good things, including this one. That Making of a Morsel really needs an Emberstone. Divine Temple, Extreme Stone, and Purge Stone. I like the Extreme Stone on the Hornbreak as well. We could put an Extreme Stone on a Plink to make the Plink worthwhile. The Plinks are getting kind of bad now. But making the 2 Hornbreaks worthwhile, I think, is good. What do we get in our Concealed Caverns? Ah, this one. Sure. Let's lose 5 Pyre health. It's yet to be determined. Alright, lose 5 Pyre health again. This is 10 Pyre health so far. Alright, how about 15? We still didn't get it? Alright, 20. We still didn't get it? 25 Pyre health. And we got Jack Strips of all things. Let's take the Jack Strips. We've deemed you worthy? I mean, it took you a while. That was painful. Okay. I think what we do is we put a power stone on one of the horn breaks. We put an extreme stone on the other horn break. So now both horn breaks are very worthwhile. And then we play Ember Stone on the making of a morsel that has Spell Chain. Alright, and we still have a good amount of gold, so let's re-roll. Double stack? Only Excavation Eruption? Alright, well. We could do another Power Stone. Another Ember Stone is always worthwhile. And I think we do that on a Making of a Morsel. Because the Making of a Morsel gains a lot of benefit out of having an Ember Stone, and not much benefit out of anything else. And then a Power Stone, let's put that on... We could put it on a plank. Or we could beef up this horn break even more. Kind of wanted to put it on a plank, though. Let's put it on one of the planks. And then purge one card. And I think we're purging a plank. We could purge a lot of things and it would be fine. But I think we purge a plank. The Queen's Implings are somewhat bad. Still purging a plank. Okay. We've got 80 pack shards. We've got 3 more rings to take more pack shards. So we can get plenty of pack shards if we want them. Let's go to the next battle. The Sower of Sorrow has Sweep. It's annoying, but it's not so annoying when our unit has Hunger. The aggressive amulet could be kind of bad with the sycophants all over the place, but I'm still going to turn it on. I think we've got a very strong deck for where we are right now. So there's a plink that can get a couple of morsels. And we could put a Shadow Eater at the bottom, even. We shouldn't play it first, though. We should play a morsel at the top first, probably. Unless we want to play the plink first. We can play the plink first. Oh, it hit the back, too? That's excellent. So I think I want the Umbra morsel to be the one that the Shadow Eater eats. The Primordium can go at the top. And then I think we just put the 2 magma morsels down here, because we're going to get morsels every turn. So we don't need to save up morsels. Okay, there's our Rail Beater. Our Rail Beater can eat this magma morsel. Actually, we probably want to do the morsel miner at the top. Okay, let's do the morsel miner at the top. Morsel miner gets the fragile. You eat things. And currently you're dying. We don't like that, but we've got... I mean, we've got things we can do, but we don't have much ember left. So how badly are you dying? If we put a Queen's Impling in front, do you survive? I think so. Because it kills one and it takes a hit. Yeah, let's do that. Queen's Impling in front. And then we put a Magma Morsel behind. Okay. I'm surprised we didn't play either of the horn breaks, but we kind of didn't have a reason to. We've got a lot of good stuff. And we've got some pointless things, like the Prism Retrieval. I guess we start with Making of a Morsel, and we put that at the top. I'm thinking that if we can we can save you again, it would be good. But I don't know that we can save you again. We don't really need to do anything to you because you're just going to use one of the damage shields, and that's kind of nothing. So let's play the Impalate down here. And then we could play the Queen's Impling, and then a Plink to potentially get more morsels. I hit the middle one twice. Well, that was unfortunate. Let's play the Rebel Morsel in the back. You're very quickly dying, but somehow we've been able to save you. And the Prism Retrieval, I guess we could get one of the imps, but I kind of like the imps right now, so let's not. It keeps the Prism Retrieval on the deck, which is not the best, but also wasn't too bad. So there's Excavation Eruption, which is amazing at the bottom, because it's going to give us 6 Ember. Okay. You are dying. If we're going to add space anywhere, I guess it's going to be here. And then we plink. We can play the Molting Imp and the Rebel Morsel to save you. Sure. Let's save you again. Don't know why I'm putting effort into saving you, but why not? You are going to die from the jack strips. Although we've got Excavation Eruption, so boom. And then Rebel Morsel at the bottom. If we got something better than Rebel Morsel, I would be playing them at the top all the time. We keep getting Rebel Morsels. Okay, we got another Rebel Morsel. The sweep means that we can't play the Rebel Morsel at the bottom anymore. I want to play the Plink before the Excavation Eruption with the hopes that we'll hit the back one. Okay, we didn't, but now we'll play Excavation Eruption. And then 2 Horn Breaks, because what else are we going to do? Okay, as much life as you have, I think we're fine. I think we're fine. I don't like that we get Rebel Morsels every turn. Why? Why do you give me a Rebel Morsel every turn? I guess they're the most common, but still. And then Excavation Eruption and Queen's Impling, Queen's Impling. That uses up some of the lifesteal. Granted, they do heal for a lot because of that lifesteal, but it uses up some of the lifesteal. Okay, and we're winning. It doesn't even look like you're getting through my damage shield. How about that? Nice. I guess the damage shield prevented your lifesteal entirely. Alright. Don't really want the Ember Forge, although it's fine. It's just that, what do we use Ember for? That we want an Ember Forge. I want it only because we could master it, but we've already got a couple things in the deck that we're kind of holding on to, like Molting Imp and Shadow Eater, kind of just because they could be mastered. So I'm not going to add another one. The Impish Scholar returns a Consume spell, which could be Space Prism or Prism Retrieval. Those are not really what we want. I tend to like March of Shields, but I don't know that we care this time. The Tiresome Climb. I'm going to take the Tiresome Climb because of the Daze 2. We've seen before how that has worked really well for us in the last Divinity. Let's do that again. We have enough money that we could go to the Merchant of Trinkets. I don't think we need a Merchant of Steel. I mean, obviously we could upgrade the imp units that we have in the Shadow Eater. But I think I care more about trinkets. We could get a bunch of artifacts this time. Let's go. Bunches and bunches of artifacts. Let's see what's here first. Friendly units enter with Rage 3, whatever. The guild marker, it's kind of late for that. Improved firebox is only okay. Now let's take this one. The shadow box we could definitely use. Let's take shadow box. So we could take Collection of Tales, and then the thing that adds rage to all of our units. Or we could take Hammered Chestplates, so that all of our 1 health things have 6 health. Both of those are worthwhile, but I think I'm going to take Collection of Tales, and then we're going to make it so that rage does not... that we enter with rage. The rage does not decay, and we enter with rage. We might be able to afford 1 more if we reroll, but I think I'm going to wait on it. Save our money for future things. Archus Darkness Incarnate is a little bit of a problem because of the Blinding Dark Shard. This doesn't affect the morsels, but it does affect the imps, which is not great. And if it starts at the top, our champion having dazed, the champion would give the dazed to the other unit, which is bad too. Let's see how bad this is going to be. That Blinding Dark Shard is a problem. The Looming Dark Shard is kind of always a problem. Ooh, we started at the bottom. Okay, so we can play our Primordium at the top. We could play the Shadow Eater at the bottom. He'll still eat a morsel and still kill everything, even though he's going to be dazed. It's not like he does damage himself. Okay, so Primordium at the top. Don't play him first. We don't want him to be fragile. Play the Rubble Morsel at the bottom first. And then the Primordium at the top, the Shadow Eater at the bottom. And then if we played a Queen's Impling, actually we could play 2 Making of Morsels. Let's do that. And get 2 Morsel Miners at the bottom. I like it. 2 Morsel Miners at the bottom. Alright, you're actually going to be a pretty good Shadow Eater, this particular one. So there's our Rail Beater. We've got to play that. We don't want to play it first, of course. Let's play this Morsel Excavator down here. Giving you life steal seems pretty nice. And that gets the Fragile. So now we can play the Rail Beater at the top. Play a Making of a Morsel where there's not the Looming Dark Shard, and then play the Morsel Miner. And then we've got a Plink, which could kill that back one. It did. We got a Rubble Morsel. Alright. You are healing up all of your damage, so let's put the Rubble Morsel at the top. Wonderful. We could Tiresome Climb something. We could Tiresome Climb the boss, but Daze 2 doesn't really do much. We could play the Queen's Impling. If we play the Queen's Impling at the bottom, it could just die. I think that's fine. Just have the Queen's Impling die. Remove it from the deck. Blinding in the center doesn't bother me. So the Space Prism is best at the bottom. Let's just play it. Who cares about your armor that you're going to gain? And then let's play a Plink. Wonderful. Okay, that was an amazing Plink. So what are we doing with all of our morsels? We're going to put a rubble morsel at the bottom. Actually, there's kind of no reason to. We don't really need to do that when 10 more damage. So let's just play all of the morsels at the top. And then we could preserve your damage shield by doing a horn break. Sure. Okay, let's get rid of another Queen's Impling. And Plink can hit the boss. Get rid of the spell shield. Actually, getting rid of the spell shield is kind of nice. Because now our Impilates can potentially hit the boss. I mean, not this turn, but especially because of the looming Dark Shard. Well, let's play an Impilate in the center, kill you. Let's play a Rubble Morsel. We could play it at the bottom so that you heal up and deal 10 damage to all of those. And then what about the Molting Imp? We've got 4 waves remaining. We could keep it, but let's just spend it. Okay. And then Hornbreak and Impilate. We could play the Impilate somewhere. Oh, we didn't have the Ember to play the Hornbreak anyway. I played it somewhere else with the theory that I was going to play the Hornbreak last and not get any damaging effect from the Looming Dark Shard. But we didn't have enough Ember for that. Okay, Excavation Eruption. Where do we play that? Center or bottom? The bottom we can kind of take care of with a Rubble Morsel, this 10. I'm going to do it in the center. It hit both of them. That was the worst effect. Alright. Well, Rubble Morsel right here. Let's play another Queen's Impling. Actually, you've got Harvest, so we don't want to play a Queen's Impling there. I guess we play Prism Retrieval? Sure. Prism Retrieval. We got a Queen's Impling that we can play. Sure. Also have it die. Kind of got rid of 2 things out of the deck, though. Now, you are annoying. We don't do enough damage to kill both of those units at the top. And the Looming Dark Shard is very annoying this particular turn. I guess what we can do is play Excavation Eruption at the top, get a whole bunch of Ember, play a Plink at the bottom, play another Plink at the bottom, and then play Impilate in the center now. Now we should be able to kill both of you, maybe. Maybe. We'll have the Excavation Eruption, so we should be able to kill both of those. Alright, we actually got an excellent hand. We really want this to slay the front one. Let's hope. It did not. Alright. That means we only get to play... We don't get to play Tiresome Climb, but we do get to play the Making of a Morsel twice, actually. Never mind. That was still fine. So, all of the morsels at the top. Do we want to play any at the bottom? Not really. Let's just play them all at the top. Make you extremely strong. Great. Now our unit at the top is basically fine. If we play 3 more morsels, we trigger Shadow Box, by the way, which is kind of neat. So looks like Excavation Eruption could go in the center this time. Rubble Morsel at the bottom. It kind of does something at the bottom, because we can play the Rubble Morsel, then we can play a Queen's Impling. And now we're doing 65 damage. It's not very significant, because here's 90 and here's 30, and he's going to do so much more, but still. Okay, we've got Making of a Morsel and Making of a Morsel, so we can make you even stronger before the last turn. Morsel Blitz, alright. Dealt our 150 damage to the boss. And then Excavation Eruption and Hornbreak. Alright. Considering we've got 5 damage shield and we do a ridiculous amount of damage, I think we're gonna be fine. Okay. Alloy of the Ancients does armor 25. Or we could get Umbra Stone, which applies trample. I actually really do like the trample. Let's get the trample. And then this has been a hard choice. Do we want Fel's Remorse, Urzel's Compound, or Light of Seraph? I think we don't need the Light of Seraph. But I kind of think we need both of the other two. Urzel's Compound would let us go through the deck faster, which means we get our important cards faster. Which is really nice. The Fel's Remorse means that we could play more each turn. I think we don't need it. I think we take Urzel's Compound. Okay, so I want more artifacts. I want to remove cards. I want more Merchants of Magic. Don't really care too much about the Pyre Health or the Merchant of Steel. Because we've fully upgraded... Actually, we haven't fully upgraded the Rail Beater. The Merchant of Steel is not bad. Let's go this way. This is our last Merchant of Steel that we're going to go to, right? I think so, because I think I do want the Unstable Vortex next time. And the Hell Vent might be good. Okay, yeah, let's go to the right. So we're going to go to a Merchant of Steel right now. And let's peek in the Divine Temple. There is a Seek Stone. We have a thing that we could put that on. Value Stone. Value Stone could go on Umbra Stone or Tiresome Climb. Works pretty well on Tiresome Climb. We could get another large stone. Let's consider it. So if we got another large stone and put that on the Rail Beater, it would take up 4 space. Which means it and my champion are the only ones that fit at the top. But we do have a Space Prism in the deck that we could add a thing to. A Seek Stone to it. Let's go crazy. Alright. Large stone on the Morsel Made Rail Beater. 2 large stones. There we go. Takes up 4 space. How absolutely ridiculous. The Fury Stone is really nice because of Collection of Tales. So we're probably going to buy that too. Let's do this now that we've made it so that we kind of have to put a Seek Stone on Space Prism. I want the Value Stone too. Let's go to the Unstable Vortex. What are the worst cards in the deck that I'm willing to remove? The Queen's Implings are primarily here because of the... Where are they? The Implates. The Plinks that are not upgraded are really bad. Let's remove more Plinks. So remove 2 Plinks. Let's upgrade our champion. So Superfood 3 gives more damage shield. Aggressive Edible gives more attack. What do we need? I kind of think the damage shield is really nice, but the attack on our unit is also pretty strong. Let's go Superfood 3. I think adding more damage shield to our Rail Beater basically means that bosses just die. Not that they weren't already, but I think it really helps. Alright. I'm going to take these two. I'm going to upgrade the Shadow Eater. So it's going to get Rage 7 and a Battle Stone. And then I think we are taking the Value Stone too. And putting it on Tiresome Climb. Okay, we're at 120 pack shards. That seems like a dumb plan, be at 120 pack shards. I've been told that getting to 150 pack shards, if you think you're doing really well, might be worth it. I don't know what might be worth it means, that there's something that might happen, but I'm curious and I want to see it. So I might try to get to 150. We'll see. We should be able to get there. Let's see here. Divine Temple, we could get 25 pretty easily by sacrificing a unit. Yeah, okay. Let's go into the next one. I'm thinking about trying to go for 150, but this one has to work really well for me to even consider that. The Ancient Hate adds Spell Shield 2. The only spells that care about that are Impelate and Plink. I'm going to turn it on. Ancient Hate. There we go. Okay, we started with all of our units, but we do play Space Prism first. Space Prism first. We want to play a Morsel unit up here so that it gets the Fragile and the Ember Drain. So let's start there. Then we play the Rail Beater. And then we play the Primordium. Okay. Now then, what are we going to do with you? Maybe nothing? We could just play a Queen's Impling and the Impelate. The Impelate just takes off a Spell Shield. I don't know that we want to play the Shadow Eater, because we lose an Ember. Actually, is Ember Drain next turn that important? Let's play the Shadow Eater. Play the Shadow Eater, but not the Queen's Impling. And then the Impelate. Sure. Okay, we're still getting collectors. That's always good to see. I got the Umbra Stone this turn. I got the Hornbreak that can take this one out. If we play the Hornbreak, we can't play the Umbra Stone, because of the Ember Drain we got last turn. I don't know how much I want to keep the Shadow Eater alive. But I do want to hit this one anyway, because it has a 25 times 2 attack. So I'm not going to play the Umbra Stone. I'm going to play the Hornbreak. And then we're going to play Making of a Morsel and Morsel Jeweler. So we need you to have more. Have more, please. We could play a Queen's Impling to get rid of it. Let's do that at the bottom. Does he kill... Yeah, he kills the Pyrewings no problem. Actually, he kills the Pyrewings no problem. Because the first hit does 90 damage, the second hit does 180 damage. So he's doing 270. Yeah, he's fine. We do want to kill this one, and the only way to do that is with Hornbreak. Which means I guess we're going to do that. But first, let's play a Rebel Morsel first. That gives us more Ember. Do we need the more Ember this turn? We don't really care about the more Ember this turn, so maybe we put it down here, so that we get the more Ember next turn. Actually, you've got Sweep. Never mind. Rebel Morsel up here. Now we play Making of a Morsel, Making of a Morsel, the 2 Morsel Miners. And then I think we play the Hornbreak on the Collector, so we get the Collector money. And then the Plink at the bottom? If we do the Plink, then the Impalate might actually do something. Nope, just takes off another spell shield. So maybe what we do instead is a Queen's Impling. So you are currently a problem because you have too much health and you're guarding this guy. We'll see what happens when we get to the top, though. We got Excavation Eruption. So Excavation Eruption might solve the problem that we have. Oh, we don't have Ember. We don't have any Ember this turn. Because we had Ember Drain on 2 different units. Okay, the other thing that we could do is we could Tiresome Climb one of you. Huh. Not great. We can get another Ember with Rebel Morsel. So let's play Rebel Morsel and get another Ember. If we play Excavation Eruption, then we get it again next turn. This floor is the only floor that is currently a problem. So let's do Excavation Eruption on this floor. And then do we Tiresome Climb anybody? You're dying, which is kind of sad. I think we play Prism Retrieval to get rid of it. If we Tiresome Climb one of these, it kind of creates another problem for us to deal with. So I don't want to do that. I guess we just end turn. Surprised we didn't want to Tiresome Climb anybody, but that was the way. That was the case that time. So now we've got to play the Excavation Eruption at the top, so that it potentially kills things. Okay, well, let's play the Rebel Morsel. You're getting 87. Ick. So we can play Umbra Stone, which gives you Trample. And if you have Trample, then you kill both of them. I think that's what we're going to do. So we play 2 Morsel Miners. And then if we give you Trample, then you should Trample over this one. That means that you hit this one with your first attack, adding melee weakness, and then the second attack kills it. Alright. Great. That solved that problem. This problem can probably be solved with excavation eruptions because of the center one. And then this problem is solved by jack strips. So we basically have no more problems. We do have Ember Drain every turn, which is kind of sad. Okay, Excavation Eruption first. Let's see if it kills this one and gives us Ember. It did not. Maybe it will next turn. For now, we just play this. Okay, the boss is here. We might want to Tiresome Climb the boss. We definitely want to Excavation Eruption. It still didn't kill the center one, but it still did what we wanted. Okay. If we Tiresome Climb the boss, then he'll be dazed once, but we don't get more turns to make our guy better. And as much as I would like more turns to make my guy better, I mean, he's pretty good. Let's Tiresome Climb the boss. And then a Plink only removes the spell shield, so... Ooh, actually we don't want to play the imps. We should have played the imps first. Because if we play them now, then we'll use up the dazed charges. How sad. Oh well. We do have Ember Drain next turn. Don't like that aspect. But we are beating the boss no problem yet again. Okay. Going well so far. And we get the 400 gold from the trial. I like that. Grovel is pretty nice. I think we want the morsel units. And then we could take Pyre Chomper. I don't know how much we need it, but I think I want it, so let's take Pyre Chomper. And then I said we were going to go right. Do I still believe myself? I think I still do. Because I want the Merchant of Magic, I want the Unstable Vortex. More gold is nice. Divine Temple has Extreme Stone and another Seek Stone. See, the thing about a Seek Stone is if we put it on like a making of a morsel, then our guy gets stronger faster. But I don't know how much we really care. We might care. I don't know. It's hard to say. We do want the Extreme Stone. No question there. I don't think I want it on the last Plink. I think I want it on this Hornbreak. Now... Double stack works on Tiresome Climb. Ooh. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. Merchant of Trinkets. +2 space on the middle floor. I don't really care to use the middle floor. Not in the last Divinity battle. Yeah, we haven't really been using the middle floor that much. So I don't know how much Mind Jacks really matters. The Pyre Wall is fine. Let's take the Pyre Wall. The Trader's Quill is pretty insignificant. We have a couple consume spells, but not enough for me to care. So let's reroll. Oh, Fossilized Fangs. Alright. Fossilized Fangs is incredible. Firestone Housing would be amazing if we were at the Merchant of Steel, but we're not. So let's think about the Merchant of Magic. I think the Stack Stone on Tiresome Climb is really nice. Dazed 4. Let's do that. And then I probably put the Ember Stone on that one to make it cost 0 again. So if I wanted the Scorched Steel, I couldn't buy anything else. But Armor 5 is not very significant. I don't think I care too much. If we want to get to 150 pact shards, we have to do the Engage Pact. Which means we're sacrificing something to something else. We could sacrifice a Queen's Impling to the Molting Imp, or something like that. Let's do that. Sacrifice a Queen's Impling to the Molting Imp. Sure. It's a little bit pointless, but it gets us to over 150 pact shards, which I think we're powerful enough to win anyway. We remove this Plink. I think we remove another Queen's Impling. It does mean that our Impallates do less. We could remove Prism Retrieval. Actually, let's remove Prism Retrieval. Okay. So, Merchant of Trinkets, we could get Scorched Steel. Or, Merchant of Magic, we could get a Power Stone and more. Let's get a Power Stone and more. So, we could add it to the Plink, or we could add it to the Hornbreak. Let's add it to the Hornbreak. We've got 245 damage Hornbreaks. Eternal Stone. I mean, I guess we could add it to Space Prism. And it wouldn't consume, but that's kind of pointless. Power Stone on the Plink at this point. And then Ember Stone. Ember Stone on Umbra Stone, just because it costs 2 and we want to play it more often. Or Grovel, because the same thing, but it doesn't have Consume. I guess Grovel. Okay, and we still have enough to purge a card. So I guess we're purging a card as well. We could purge another Queen's Impling. Let's do it. We removed a lot of Queen's Implings at the end here. Don't know how I feel about that. But I feel pretty good about this next one. We just have to not consume the spells we want to play multiple times. It's the most important thing here. Don't consume the spells you want to play multiple times. Okay, Space Prism at the top. We know we're doing that. The 5 damage from the Molting Imp doesn't do enough. So we might not play the Molting Imp. The Shadow Eater... If we played at the bottom, it just dies. Unless we put the Rebel Morsel in front, or we play a Hornbreak. I guess we're going to play a Hornbreak. And let's not play the Rebel Morsel. Actually, maybe we do want to play the Rebel Morsel at the bottom. I think we do. So Rebel Morsel at the bottom. Primordium at the top, but not Fragile. Shadow Eater at the bottom. And Hornbreak to kill this one. Now we kill you with the Gorge effect. Okay, we need our Rail Beater. Alright, there's our Rail Beater. We play the Rail Beater not first. Not first. By the way, what did we consume? We consumed Space Prism, of course. Of course we consumed Space Prism. We're definitely not going to consume Excavation Eruption. So I guess we consume Impelate. Let's consume Impelate up here. And then play Excavation Eruption at the bottom. If it hits the front one 3 times, I will be very sad. Okay, great. Now, the Umbra morsel goes first, and then the morsel made Rail Beater. And then we play Grovel. We could play a Pyre Chomper to get rid of it. Could play a Queen's Impling to get rid of it. I think we are going to play the Queen's Impling to get rid of it. We want to play the Umbra morsel, I think at the bottom? And the Morsel Jeweler at the top. We can't play that at the top. Right. Because of the order that we had to play those up there. So Morsel Jeweler goes here too. Okay. I have to remember that when we play our 20th morsel, we also do 150 damage. There are a lot of things to remember in this one. So we don't want to play the Excavation Eruption first. We don't really want to play any of these first. We could consume the Tiresome Climb, I guess. It's not my favorite for us to consume, but we could. If I were going to consume the Tiresome Climb, what do I consume it on? We could consume it on the Lightwings. Okay. I don't want to consume it on any of these because we wouldn't kill them this turn if I did. Hard choices. I guess if we Tiresome Climb and we Hornbreak, we could Tiresome Climb this one, consume the Tiresome Climb. Because I don't want to consume the Hornbreak. And I definitely want to play Excavation Eruption. At the bottom. I think I'm going to Tiresome Climb the Lightwings. The Lightwings is going to die from Jackstrips anyway. Actually, if we Tiresome Climb you, you get Dazed 4, so the Pyre kills you before you get to hit it. Okay, let's do that. We've consumed a spell. Now we're allowed to play Excavation Eruption. It hit the boss a couple times there, which was not the best. At least it killed the one that was going to add something to my deck. Vengeful Shard will play Making of a Morsel, of course, Magma Morsel, of course. Let's play both of those up here. Magma Morsel, Morsel Minor. Okay, you're doing great. We can play the Queen's Impling. Yeah, let's play the Queen's Impling. And then, do we kill the back one, or do we deal damage to the Gilded Wing? I think we kill the back one. Okay. It was an okay turn. Didn't love it, but at least we didn't consume a spell that I didn't want to consume. That's very important. Okay. If we consume the Making of a Morsel that has Spell Chain in it, we don't get to do that anymore. But Plink, we could consume Plink. Don't mind consuming Plink. Consume the Plink at the bottom. Great. Now we can play Excavation Eruption in the center. And Rubble Morsels and Making of a Morsel. Okay. We've got a lot of stuff to play. Morsel Miners are definitely going at the top. No questions there. Rubble Morsel, I could put one down here. We're going to play the Queen's Impling or the Impelate. I mean, we kind of want the Impelate. Play the Impelate. And then Rubble Morsel, 2 Rubble Morsels at the bottom seems better than playing Rubble Morsels for you this turn. This turn anyway. Where's our Umbra Stone? I guess it's in the next turn, because that's the last possible turn for us to get Umbra Stone. There it is. We can consume it, no problem. So let's start there. Consume Umbra Stone. Let's play the Excavation Eruption at the bottom or the top. The top has the Light Wings, the bottom has the Purifier. Let's play it at the bottom. Kill the Purifier, great. We can play Grovel on you. And then a Rubble Morsel up here means that we can play the rest of our cards this turn. So Vengeful Shard, and then kind of want to give you the Morsel Excavator, but you having more attack is just better. Give you the Morsel Excavator. Maybe I'll give you the Ant-Umbra Morsel. No, let's do both of the top units. At this point, the top unit is our unit. The Piercing Hornbreak can hurt somebody. Let's hurt you. Okay, what are we consuming this turn? Could be this Making of a Morsel, or it could be this Hornbreak. I think we might be at a point where we start consuming Hornbreaks. Let's do that. So we consume this Hornbreak, and then we play Excavation Eruption down here. Did not hurt the back one. Did not like that. I guess we can kill it with the Molting Imp. Okay, what else do we do? Making of a Morsel, Making of a Morsel, Making of a Morsel. Let's add all of the Morsel Miners at the top, because we want you to be strong all the time. Rubble Morsel goes at the bottom, so that you heal up a bit, and the Queen's Impling Molting Imp goes in front. Great. I kind of like my Shadow Eater. It's not an amazing unit, but it does deal enough damage to things that my top unit can kill them. And my top unit killing them is very important. So, you're doing a good job, Shadow Eater. I guess we're consuming this Impelate, because there's not much else we can consume. If we played at the top, we save a damage shield. Don't really like you. Yeah, I don't really like that Light Wings in the back. But let's play the Impelate at the top. Impelate at the top. Excavation Eruption at the bottom, so we can hopefully kill the Purifier. We did not. Good time to play Pyre Chomper, I guess. Pyre Chomper. Vengeful Shard. The Rubble Morsel can go at the bottom again. Ooh, the spikes. Oh, sad. The Scorching Restraints makes the Rubble Morsel kill itself. sad. Okay, I don't really know what we're going to do next turn, but the Purifier is going to hit me with a thing, which I do not like. So let's find out what we're doing next turn. So far it looks like the Lightwings is getting to my Pyre. Oh, it has, of course, the jack strips would kill it. Right. Okay, at this point, we're at the end, so consuming things is not too bad. Just don't consume Excavation Eruption while you want to continue playing it. So consuming the Making of a Morsel isn't so bad, consuming the Hornbreak is not so bad. Let's consume the Hornbreak here. And then Excavation Eruption in the center. Wonderful. Now we can play the Self-Mutilation and the Vengeful Shards. So the Umbra Morsel we could play at the bottom, but I don't know how much value it would have. So let's just play everything at the top. You're losing damage shield. Oh, haha! The Shadow Box? Perfect. Perfect time for Shadow Box. Saved 2 damage shield on my main unit. Wonderful. Okay. Do I give up the Grovel or the Making of a Morsel? We're going to play the Excavation Eruption at the top. So I think we give up Grovel so we can play Making of a Morsel twice. So Grovel and then Excavation Eruption at the top. Now we've got Vengeful Shard and we've got Making of a Morsel and then all of these morsels. I think we beat the boss no problem. It's a little bit hard to tell because the numbers are really big, but I think we beat the boss no problem. We don't. Oh, we don't? That was unexpected. Okay. We're not killing Seraph yet. It doesn't matter what we consume this turn, so let's just consume something. So, now do we kill Seraph? No. It did a fair amount, though. Oh, man. We can play everything in our hand, so I guess we will. Excavation Eruption. And then Morsel Miner. Morsel Miner. Oh man, do we win? I mean, we might still win, but the fact that our big unit up here does not kill Seraph on its own, I guess the damage shield wasn't very good against the multi-strike. But we have to deal 200 damage. Oh no. Oh no, we die. Alright. I blamed that on getting 150 pack shards, by the way. I think if I hadn't gone for 160 pack shards, we would have won that one. But as it was, I went for the gold, and I went too far. Oh well. That one was a fun one. I do think that playing with Umbra in this particular challenge kind of removes a lot of the challenge, because you don't care about the fragile part. The fragile applied 57. Wow. And then melee weakness applied 91. Beats our personal best by a little bit. Alright. Oh man. I'm sad that I lost that one. I did not think I was going to lose. I really did not. I'm trying to think of where I went wrong, and there's several places where I potentially went wrong, but I think going for 160 pact shards was the main thing that I did wrong. Anyway, we'll try again another time. Since this was a loss, no new Max Covenant wins just yet. On the right, I am featuring Pyrewings, which were highly annoying this run. Luckily, I often had a rubble morsel to counteract their effect. And Seraph the Diligent kills me again. I underestimated Seraph when I had 160 pact shards, and just barely lost. On the left, Rail Beater was my main minion this time. Since he had both multi-strike and melee weakness, his second attack landed for double the damage of his first attack, a fact that I used quite frequently. Queen's Impling becomes the 13th card to reach my 100 battle threshold, where I stop counting. This means that both of the Hellhorned starting cards have reached this height. For artifacts, I played with two that I had never played with before. 72 episodes in, and I am still trying out things for the first time. Abandoned Umbra was incredible since it always gave me a minion that I could play first, preventing a more important minion from becoming fragile. Gurg's Goad was a key ingredient for my overall strategy, giving my Rail Beater the much needed multi-strike. Basically, a Frenzy Stone that didn't take an upgrade slot. Check out my tracking sheet, link in the video description. New episodes every Saturday, and thanks for watching.